So now on May 28th, when the Prime Minister of the country and Wales' new Parliament building, an important historical symbol will be restored to its glory. The Sengol, which symbolized transfer of power from the British to independent India, will be placed near Lok Sabha Speaker's chair in the new Parliament. The Prime Minister has drawn this symbol out of oblivion and brought it before the whole nation. But the reality is that the Sengol, which symbolized one of India's most epochal moment, was relegated to a museum in Prayagraj, where it was callously tagged golden walking stick gifted to Nehru. For decades, the Sengol lied in the Prayagraj museum, and it was only last year when it was brought to Delhi. Now, given the significance of Sengol and the historic importance of the event it symbolized, many are of the view that the Sengol should have been given the place in history which it deserves. However, some in the opposition justified placing of Sengol in a museum, citing principles of secularism, saying Parliament is a temple of secularism and therefore Sengol has no place in it.
जो सेंगोल जो है उसकी जगह जहाँ थी वहीं था। पार्लियामेंट जो है ये धर्म का स्थान नहीं है। पार्लियामेंट सेकुलर मंदिर है, सेकुलर मंदिर, जहाँ हर किस्म का आदमी वहाँ है। दिखाना चाहते हैं कि हमसे बड़ा कोई हिंदू नहीं है। हिंदुत्व की बात कर रहे हैं तो ये अपने आप को भी धोखा दे रहे हैं और मुल्क के लोगों को भी धोखा दे रहे हैं। जवाहरलाल नेहरू सेकुलर आदमी था, उसने साबित कर दिया कि वो एक सेकुलर इंसान है, तभी आज तक हम बचे हुए।
सेनेगल का जो सिंबल वहाँ में दे दिया गया, इंडिया एक रिपब्लिक सेकुलर स्टेट है और सेकुलर एक स्टेट में एक धर्म का सिंबल देना कभी जस्टिफाइड नहीं है। इसको हम लोग विरोध करते हैं, क्योंकि एक सेकुलर कंट्री का एक रिलीजन का सिंबल वहाँ डालना मतलब बाकी हर रिलीजन को डिसरिस्पेक्ट करना।
But even as some politicians persist with their agenda to give the Sengol a communal color, the reality is the Sengol has not only been a part of Indian history and was part of the historic moment when India gained independence. Now, some say that the Sengol even predates the idea of religion. But what exactly led to the centre to take the decision to install the Sengol in the new parliament? Times Now spoke to Dr. Padma Subramaniam, the woman who first brought the Sengol to the attention of the Prime Minister back in 2021.
When was actually the first time that the mention of the Sengol struck you? Because most people are still left wondering, where did this come from the blue?
Well, when I read the article by Shri Gurumurthy ji in his Tamil weekly Tughlaq, I was moved by that article, and I thought it needed nationwide publicity, and that's why I decided to translate the whole article into English, and with a covering letter requesting Prime Minister Ji to make the Sengol somehow part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and publicize that historic event that took place on August 1947, and I wrote the letter. Didn't expect a reply immediately though. After that, I think PM did see the letter, and a lot of research had gone into it, I hear, to see whether all the matter mentioned there are true, and lot of work had been done by IGNCA Delhi and also Ministry of Culture, and when they found everything in order, I'm so happy that instead of just making it one more part, one more event in this celebration of 75th year, this is going to be installed in the new Parliament House permanently, standing aloft, proclaiming the pride of our country.
That's going to happen now, but Did you see the pictures that have now emerged of how the Sengol was kept in a museum in Prayagraj, and it was labelled as a walking stick of Nehruji? How did you react to those pictures when you first saw them?
Well, sometimes, you know, ignorance can be comical, so you just laugh it out.
But ma'am, do you think it was just mere ignorance, or was there an effort to try and sideline or wipe out a part of our history? Because how can one be ignorant of something that is part of the very moment when we got our independence?
I would rather think that it was ignorance and nothing done purposely, because nobody can imagine that Sengol to become a walking stick. That's really comical.